These are the days we've all been waiting for. Leanne Cusack with Steve Barkhouse, and their focus, your outdoor space. Busy times this time of the year, guys.
Absolutely, and of course all of Steve Barkhouse's friends are saying, hey Steve, what are you doing this weekend? Would you like to help me build the deck? I think you and your daughter did that last weekend.
We did indeed, yes.
And Graham, this is the time of year we want to maximize our outdoor living time. So we have a before and after, a bit of a makeover to show off. And then our next segment is going to be on deck building. Apparently we can all do it.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can, absolutely.
Your makeover, though, you say is a bit transformative because you've taken a home that looked like it was just there isolated, all alone on a hill.
Kind of perched on the hill, yeah. It looked, it's a great looking home, but again, it sort of stood up on the hill. It almost looked like it was tipply. It was too tall, and the scale wasn't quite right. Okay. So we solved that problem.
We're going to start with the images and show you what happened. It's a beautiful home in Carp.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is,
And so the family here wanted what, Steve?
They were looking for more living space. You'll see from the side in a second where the garage goes in. So they just needed a family room, really, is what they were missing. And the garage went into the basement, but the basement was at grade at the back, so walkout basement. So we decided, they were thinking of putting a big addition on the back, which was costly. They had lots of room. But we said, why don't we take the garage out of the basement, have that as your living space, which they loved because it was all connected to the rest of the living space. And then they were also missing a mudroom, so we put a mudroom and what would have been a detached garage. But look at the scale now. Doesn't that look just more majestic?
And with the landscaping, it takes it from kind of being lonely to an estatey feel.
It does absolutely. And so basically we added a garage and a mudroom and then just did a new basement renovation. So
we're going to show that you now have,
there we go, yeah. So there's the mudroom below that they needed, and then we put a deck on top, which is a transition to the garage, but also right outside the kitchen. So you've now got a deck at your living space at that grade level.
And
so
let's
it's
show
wonderful.
The outdoor living space. Okay, there's the mudroom.
There's the mudroom below, yeah. So we got to create that mudroom and lots of storage and great stuff there. Lots of light.
Well, I think that's kind of the fantasy mudroom for a lot of people, especially if you have a dog or two.
Yeah.
And now above that,
there you go.
Beautiful.
There's the deck. Isn't that nice? So we've got the walkout from the kitchen and the eating area. We've got a beautiful pergola sitting there, and I'll show you something neat about the pergola in a second. But a Trex deck, so a maintenance-free deck that we've put down. And then the spindle railing, the aluminum railing, so that you can see through it. It almost disappears because they've got a great view both front and back out in the country in Carp, so it's lovely.
We're going to talk all about the decking and all about the railings when we come back in our next segment, but you're proud of this pergola.
I am, and you can see the little storage area. So what we're trying to get across to everyone is before you renovate, think about your outdoor living as well, because this is now an outdoor living space, both winter and summer, mostly summer here now. And you can see they can come out, they've got the pergola to give them some shade, some lovely seating areas. And again, the biggest thing is it's right off the living space. So it's a living room. It's part of the house.
That's fantastic.
There's the pergola, and then you can close that. You just slide it across, just a cloth top.
And there's a door. Does that go into the loft of the garage?
That's correct.
Is that storage space? Oh, haha.
For the cushions, you know, so it's easy to. And
I'm so glad you mentioned that because you have the outdoor furniture, and then you think, oh no, where do I put the cushions?
Well, then you have the deck boxes.
In the shower.
Well, yeah. So you can see you want to think all of that through. So there's the canopy over top of the pergola and gives you the shade that you want on a day like this. I'll tell you, you need it. And yeah, it's beautiful. They get a beautiful breeze up there that's crossing through.
That was my next question. I was thinking screened-in porch for bugs, for black flies, but you have a solution for that, which is really interesting. If you have a deck, a higher deck, and you thought, wow, I wish I could do something with the space below without the water running down. Check
I've got it right here,
product. It's called Rain Escape.
Right, so the deck boards are on top. The rain would run down between the deck boards if we had another deck board here, and it catches it before it falls onto your head or anything below, and it runs it out, and then out at the front you put an eaves trough and take it away.
That's fantastic.
So yeah, it weatherproofs the area below. So even if it's storage, it's an inexpensive solution.
That's just one of Steve's ideas. Before we get to all of the new stuff, all of the composites and all of the aluminum, the no maintenance stuff you talk about, let's cater to those who do have maintenance. You've brought along some products, you say, that really will, you know, enhance or extend the life of the deck.
Yeah, it really will. Obviously, wood needs maintenance, so we want to make sure that we do that and take care of it. If you don't, it will rot and you'll lose it. We just talked to one of your associates, and he needs to take care of his deck. So we've got the 3-in-1 Thompson remover, so you just put that on, apply it, blow it off with a hose or a very light pressure washer. It cleans it right up, and then you can reseal the deck.
Is it biodegradable? What if you have your vegetable garden
Yeah,
down
yeah,
below?
no, it's excellent. Yeah, all of that.
So that's a product you swear by.
Yep.
What about this water seal? Does he then have to do this?
He does have to do something. The water seal simply keeps water out of the wood. So you can apply that, and if you like the color of the wood, you just apply it. The color will stay there, and it'll keep the water out of the wood and protect it. Or we can stain it. And we've got different types of stain. We've got a couple in the front there.
We're going to get to the stain when we come back, and we're also going to tell you about an attractive deck that's not that green pressure treated.
Right.
It's actually, well, we'll get back to that, Graham.